Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. Dietitian Teresa here, certified personal trainer and registered dietitian. If you're here, you're probably juggling a family, work, and personal health goals, specifically fat loss goals, and you want to know how to lose fat without sacrificing your energy, your sanity, and your life. I'm your person to help guide you today into the steps that I have found to be very effective, yet simple, and really taking a holistic approach to fat loss. And I'm going to talk about key areas that I have done in my own fat loss journey to get me success. Also, with my clients, just really taking it a very simple approach, not going at it in a way of like, how can I lose all the fat in 2 weeks? It's not really that. It's really teaching you a sustainable way to fat loss. That way, it's not including no crash diets or crazy restrictions, but it's just simple, effective strategies that work. So let's get into it today. Now, what to expect throughout this video, we'll talk about focusing on more whole, minimally processed, nourishing foods, how to boost that fat loss phase in a way through strength training, focusing on strength training, and then how to integrate, not just balance life, but integrate life in between without feeling deprived. Yes, you can travel. Yes, you can go to games at night. Yes, you can do all the things and say yes to spontaneous stuff while losing fat in the process. So here we go. Let's dive into it. Okay, first, I want to go through the reality of losing fat fast. Now, the truth about quick fixes is that we got to get real here. There are no magic solutions or shortcuts when it comes to sustainable fat loss. If I knew that, if I knew those shortcuts, sure, I'd probably do it myself and I'd probably tell them to my clients. But there is nothing like that out there. Yes, you can lose fat in a faster way, but that does not mean those results you get at the end of that time frame you set for yourself to reach that specific goal means that it's going to last or means that your health improved in the process. And that's my goal for you. I want your health, your energy, your life, your quality of life to improve in the process of this fat loss journey. Quick doesn't always mean extreme. Sure, you can accelerate a fat loss journey if you have a little bit more time and dedication to commit to it. But you're probably juggling a lot of different things in life, wearing multiple hats in the family. And sometimes it's just, you just want more energy. You just want to feel good in your clothes. You want to be able to lift heavy weights and train for strength in life in the process. But also just have more patience and peace with yourself and confidence in your decisions. So with that, quick doesn't mean extreme. You don't need to starve yourself. You don't need to spend hours and hours and hours at the gym just to see results. It's truly about making intentional, smart, sustainable choices to fit your busy life. And trust me, you can achieve your goals without giving up family dinners or your favorite foods. And yes, I went there, your favorite foods. I'm meaning the ice cream, pizza, mac and cheese, whatever it be for you, they can fit in. Talking about food, let's move into focusing on the nutrition part. Now, first things first, we need to focus on reframing our mindset around food. What I like to really empower women to do is focus on fueling and nourishing your body. What can you add to your daily intake rather than take away? So, fuel your body, don't restrict. Addition, not subtraction. So, the key to fat loss is not by eating less. It's really by prioritizing more nutrient dense foods that fuel your body and keep you satisfied for longer. So think like increasing your fiber from non-starchy vegetables and fruits and, like having starches in there strategically with like some whole grains mixed in there as well. The other thing is that we really need to prioritize protein. So at least 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now, if you are a 200-pound woman that has goals to lose fat, there in some weight loss comes with that. I wouldn't say like do 200 grams of protein a day. That is a lot of protein for the average woman. So what I would say there is take your goal weight. Now, let's say it's like 160. Let's just say it's that. So 1 gram times 160, 160 grams of protein max. And that depends on how tall you are too. If you're shorter, kind of less than like 5'5" or so, 160 is quite a lot of protein still. So I would stick within the 140 to 150 range. If you're taller, like 5'5" or above, sure, that 160 could probably be a good number. But not to confuse you, this isn't like specific recommendations, but that just gives you a range of where to start. 1 gram per pound of body weight, or if you're on the higher end of that weight, then you want to go for your goal weight in grams of protein. Now that we know kind of the nutrient dense, focus on nutrient density, focus on more whole minimally processed foods and protein specifically, now we need to think about not just, depending on a meal plan that you're like, eat this, 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 and this at same time every day. I want to teach you how to eat so that you feel empowered and have confidence in making decisions like out and about when you're traveling, when you're out to eat, and at home when you're making meals for kids that you can make up that are specific to your goals so you're not being a short order cook all the time. I really suggest and really encourage focusing on higher protein meals. So aiming for at least 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. That would be about 4 or 5 ounces of protein, like a lean protein source on your plate. And then you want to volumize with fiber, volumize with the non-starchy vegetable, like your colors, and that will help increase fiber, but they're also lower calorie in nature. Not that we're always trying to cut calories, but it is helpful to help because fiber keeps you full, protein keeps you full, and those two together will keep you full. But we will not forget about the carbs. Now, for carb sources, I would say focus on simple carbs, like the simple complex carb sources. You could do some starches like sweet potato, rice, peas, and carrots. You could also do like oats or like quinoa if you like that. You can do like a pasta of some kind if that's what fits your family. No foods are off limits. It just really depends on what your family preferred there too. For example, if you were to have like let's say you were doing roast and potatoes. Let's just say you're doing that in the crock pot. Roast and potatoes. Okay, you got your protein and fat from the roast. And then from the potatoes, that's your starch, that's your carb. We need fiber there. We need volume there in that meal. So instead of filling up with a bunch of potatoes on your plate, you're going to make that kind of like a fistful serving of potatoes on your plate. And then you want to volumize. Maybe you have a side salad kit in your fridge, fill half that plate with that, or you have some roasted veggies or fresh veggies if you prefer. Put that on your plate, at least, one fistful or a cup of cooked, two fistfuls of uncooked veggies on that plate to volumize it with fiber. And we also don't want to forget about the fats that are involved in those meals. So avocados, I am a fan of ghee, butter. You can cook with coconut oil, avocado oil for those high heat cooking temperatures. But then when you think about getting the fats and nutrients from like a ground beef or steak roast, like I said, you're going to get some fat from the proteins as well. Hopefully you gathered some information about the nutrition part. Let's move into the exercise portion. Now, when we're focused on a fat loss journey, strength training is your bestie. Make strength training your best friend. Does this mean we get rid of cardio altogether? Absolutely not. But in the beginning, really focus on strength training. Now, why strength training is key for fat loss? If you want to lose fat and keep it off, strength training is your secret weapon. So building muscle through strength training helps boost your metabolism for one, meaning you'll burn more calories even at rest. And who doesn't want a strong, leaner looking physique? I mean, who wouldn't want that? But you also got to feel good and have balance hormones too, like regular cycles and stuff like that. What type of workout should you do? So when I did my fat loss journey and when I program it for clients, I would really look at trying to prioritize 3 to 4 times per week for and focusing on kind of like an upper lower split if it's 4 times per week, or a full body split if it's 3 times per week. Now, sometimes when you're an absolute beginner, I'll start you out from 2 times to 3 times per week. And then for the intermediate lifter, probably 4 times a week would probably be beneficial for you. And you want to focus on the compound movements, squats, lunges, deadlifts, bench press, those types of things that really focus on a lot of muscle groups and create that contraction and like the muscle building potential increases too with those movements as well. Like I said a short while ago, do not forget about the cardio. I am such a fan of incorporating cardio. I'm a fan of even adding running in. But when you're beginning, and I don't want to stress you out or stress your body out, really with the cardio, even like doing a 20 to 30 minute walk, bike, elliptical, swim, something that's aerobic based at least 3 times a week would be perfect. What I like my clients to do starting out, so we're slowly getting that slow burn effect, is doing 3 30-minute incline walks throughout the week. Now, this can be different for everyone, but like the 12% grade at 3 miles per hour, pretty popular out there, but it is effective. Like it is effective. So doing that 3 times a week can actually be helpful. But again, we want to switch the focus to strength training if you're going for the lean, strong physique. The other tip I have here is that's going to be super important is that staying consistent without sacrificing your life is key. So I like to go off the 80-20 rule, okay? But I'm more about like going 80 to 90% out of the week. You know, why not treat your body right? Why not feel good? Why not make decisions that make you feel good, have more energy, so that you can show up better for yourself, but also for the people around you. So let's say you go out to eat, on the weekends and stuff like that. Okay, maybe if you're doing 3 times on the weekend, maybe knock that down to 2 and then knock that down to 1. And then maybe you get to the point where you're like, I feel good about getting pizza on a Thursday night because I know it's not the end of the world. Now, the fat loss journey that I like to put my clients on, and I saw success on my fat loss journey, and it was not perfect by any means. I was doing a lot of different, like going different places on the weekends and stuff like that, but I kept it so consistent, but not perfect, consistent, that's what drove the results. That's what drove me to lose inches and, enjoy life in between. The best tip I have here, if you are traveling and you're on the go, is to plan, prep, and stay as consistent as possible. So, what I mean by that, do I mean go prep 30 meals for the week? Absolutely not. If you can do one thing of like batch prepping, one protein and then one huge vegetable source. I like to do a vegetable medley blend and then one main protein source like chicken breast, ground beef, ground turkey, whatever it be. And then I have that. And then carbs are more easy for me to make throughout the week. So I'll just make that to complete the meal. And that way it saves time. Other things is like having things like string cheese sticks, the Chomps beef sticks. Costco has these grass-fed beef sticks that are great to throw in your bag. Also like hard-boiled eggs, Greek yogurt cups, even making wraps up for the family. If you're like, hey, we got to go from school to practice to dance, whatever it be at night, throw a wrap in a cooler and then you can bring that stuff with you and you can eat that while the kids are doing whatever they do and you can wait until they're done. And that way you are still fueling your body with the nutrients it needs, and not skipping meals and things like that. So yes, consistency will outwork perfection any day. Just remember that. The next part of a fat loss journey I want to talk to you about is so, so, so important is sleep, stress management, and hydration, which are kind of those like hidden fat loss boosters in a way, or hidden fat loss secrets. So why sleep and stress management matters. So if you're really serious about losing fat, you need to prioritize sleep and stress management. Lack of sleep and chronic stress really can mess with your hormones, which really tells your body to go on overdrive and produce the stress hormone cortisol. Now, when cortisol is being overproduced, that means like there's some more belly fat being hung around the midsection area. Like your body doesn't want to let go because it feels like it's running from a tire. So, what I would say is trying to aim for at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Is that perfect for everyone? I know there's moms out there, sure, might not be, but try your best to get, at least that 7 hours, whether that be just a little tiny nighttime routine that gets you relaxed. Even at night, even if it's just 10 minutes of quiet time or a walk outside after dinner, something like that can really help. The other thing too is like hydration. So hydration is really helpful at the cellular level in our body to help our cells kind of communicate and go around and like go in and out. So if you ever notice like you feel puffy or like especially around the face or just inflamed, sometimes it can due to hydration. Not always about drinking all the water in the world. Sometimes that's an electrolyte imbalance. So if you're somebody that sweats a lot during your workout days or things like that, you might benefit from even doing like a squeeze of lemon with a little sprinkle of like sea salt in your water. I would say a quarter teaspoon of sea salt with like a half a lemon squeezed in there. And then you can put some cream of tartar, like a quarter teaspoon cream of tartar. You don't even taste it. That's just for the potassium, and make yourself a little electrolyte drink. Or you could use the element packets, and you could do something like that for an electrolyte drink. Not everybody needs it, but I mean it can help if you sweat a lot. So that is something. Hydration really helps, helps with your metabolism because it helps at that cellular level, and it's talking with like thyroid and all that stuff. We can get sciencey, but I'm keeping it simple. And then it also kind of keeps your hunger levels at bay. So as you increase fiber and protein and you're hydrated, you might notice your digestion gets a lot better. So really, that's the keys to a fat loss journey and making it successful and sustainable for you. Truly, it's really about focusing on being consistent and the tiny wins each day, each week, the progress over perfection. And losing fat is super possible without giving up your day to day and your busy lifestyle. It's very possible. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. I'll repeat that over and over. You want to make nourishing choices for your body, mind, body, spirit, and just really enjoy your life along the process. So if this video helped you at all, I want you to be sure to hit the like and subscribe for more simple, effective women's nutrition and fitness tips. And drop a comment below. What's your biggest struggle when it comes to losing fat? I'd love to hear it because that would maybe spark some ideas for a video that I can do. But overall, thanks for watching. Stay strong, stay nourished, and I'll see you in the next one.